Shalom, everybody. It's the Wyco Nomad with Wyco Resiliency, and we are continuing with our, what did we title this? 10 beginner tips for apartment prepping. So we are on tip number 3. That's right, 3. We have made it 3 videos. I have to take a drink as always. I just got done reading scriptures for the day. That's in the Bible readings playlist. We are on Genesis 8 in that one. If you would like to pop over to that playlist and listen to that, that's cool. So let's talk about tip number 3. Tip 3, food storage without a pantry. And people are like, I have a pantry. Not everyone has a pantry. One of, pardon me, one of the problems that we find out that we see in apartments is a lot of them don't have pantries, or if they do, even though it's a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartment, it's a pantry for one. It's really difficult for food storage. Myself, I'm not a huge dining room person, me personally. This particular apartment, we actually have a dining room table. It's an arts and craft collect-all table. Drives me nuts. Because of that, my wife is actually going to be getting a drafting table for her art table in our next apartment once we're moved out of here. And the dining room is going to be converted basically to a coffee bar whiskey lounge type thing. Gotta have a whiskey cart. Gotta have a whiskey cart. But without that pantry. So in our dining room, we have our freezer. We have a chest freezer that I picked up prior to COVID. Was so glad we had that right before. Oh, Charlie Victor 19. Sorry, don't want to get shadow banned because I said the wrong words. And we bought a one of those plastic build-it-yourself shelves from Walmart. Next time, I'm doing metal ones. They're personally a little bit more durable. This plastic one is great, but it leans forward, and I really don't want to drill it into the wall, so we're going to do metal one. So getting an additional shelving system in the dining room. That allows us to add more shelf-stable items such as canned goods, rice, pasta, freeze-dried meals. So one of your key things you want to do with that type of storage is you want to have shelf-stable, long-term foods. And I'm not saying go out and immediately buy a year's worth. Let's start with just getting a few extras each week. And you're going to go with things you like to eat. Don't just pick something because, oh, that's great for survival. Well, do you like what it tastes like? Do you know what it tastes like? And your food storage is not a monument. It's food. Use it. Buying a bunch of food for the impending apocalypse or whatever your idea of a shit hits the fan scenario is. How long is it really going to last? Is it going to last a week, 2 weeks, 3 days? Is it going to last a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? I don't know. As I've always said, I'm not the great Karnak. I'm not going to be sitting here. Eight years. No. Whoops, sorry, my little teleprompter thing here. Freeze-dried meals. I'm okay with some of them personally. I have freeze-dried meals. I have MREs. My MREs are off-site in a basically off-site cache. You have an off-site cache? Yes. I live in an apartment. I can't store all my stuff here. So I have a off-site cache that I've set up where I can store other things. You can, for storage, finding spaces, you can store them under your bed. I've seen people take 5-gallon buckets They fill them with all their rice, their beans, their rice, beans, wheat, corn. They fill those grains in 5-gallon buckets, seen them, put 2x4s on top of them, and then put their bed on top of that. So in the event that they need to crack into their buckets, it's already in their apartment. It's their bed frame is 5-gallon buckets. Not a bad idea. You can set up 5-gallon buckets, put a blanket, create little tables. You can become very resourceful in hiding things stealthily, if that's even a word. I'm taking my Shakespearean authority and saying that stealthily is now a word. Because if Shakespeare can do it, I can do it. You can put them behind books. You can find places to hide them or put them. Rearrange certain rooms in your office, or like a second or third bedroom. Let's say it's your home office. You're not using the closet for anything important. That's now a food storage area. Or your third bedroom or a second bedroom if you're single. You get a 2-bedroom. I know apartments are ungodly expensive. We don't even have to go with the economy and that. I understand. But let's say you have an extra room. You can fill that extra room with your food storage in your apartment. There's ways to make it work. Are you going to get 10 years worth of food in an apartment? Probably not. If you do, good on you. I mean, yeah, I want to hear about that. I'm sitting at apartment-wise in here. I'm probably sitting at a good, I could hunker down for about 6 months. Now, I'm not eating everything I like to eat. I'm eating stuff like, wow, okay, we're down to that. But I'm at least eating well. With your food storage in small spaces, apartment or smaller homes, you want to use the FIFO. And that's not FAFO, that's FIFO. First in, first out. Not F around and find out. They're two different ones. So, rotate and label. So, whenever we go shopping, if I get extra cans, I put the date that we bought it. So I know, oh, August 2025. September 2025. Yes, I'm speaking of the future. I look at a can. Whoa, this can says January of 09? Still good. Now, something like that, I probably let it sit in the pantry, the food closet for a little bit too long, and I may crack that open and use it. Just throw it away. No, it's still food. It's canned food. It might not look the same. Pardon me. Oh, take a drink. See, that's what happens when I talk too long without taking a sip of something. Oh, pardon me. Sorry. So, you can still eat the older. Now, if it's bulging and yeah. Now, if you crack it open and it hisses and bubbles, throw it away. That's called botulism. Botulism will wipe you out. You will delete yourself by eating botulism, pretty much. Yeah, bad news. So we want to make sure our food is also safe to eat. Cook it. Something that old, I don't know if I necessarily eat it straight out of the can. I know people have. Unless I really, really have to, I'm not going to. I have nothing to prove. So, but a small space storage of food. When you buy your foods, date them, label them so you know what they are. First in, first out, FIFO. Use skills, use ways to hide your stuff. Unless you just want it all out in the, that's up to you. I personally like having them on shelves in areas quick to get to, quick access. I have a small storage on my balcony. I use that actually for extra kitchen cooking stuff because kitchens and apartments are tiny, no matter how big the apartment is. Unless it's like the one apartment I'm looking at now, and I was like shocked. It's $12,000 a month. $12,000 a month. I mean, yeah, it's 2,800 square foot apartment, but $12,000 a month. Why? But okay, I'm sorry. I digress. That just, I had to do one off-topic thing. You know me, guys. But with that, that's your food tips storage. We're going to bring this to an end here. We're trying to keep these short and quick and easy. So, as always, thank you for watching so much. Hey, you know the stuff, guys. It's all good. And as always, I'm the White Coat Nomad. Watch your six. Things are getting strange out there. They really are. And shalom. Till next time.